To any of my beautiful people out there who's been married before, who has gone through a divorce, are you somebody who's probably a widow right now? You were married for 10, 20, 30, 40, even 50 years. I want to know, what advice would you give to somebody who's about to get married? What is the one thing you wish you knew before you were married? Tell me, my beautiful people, talk to me. I want to know that one thing you wanted to know. That one thing, if you had known it about yourself, you probably would not have gotten married. That one thing you learned when you were married. That one thing that would probably have saved your marriage would probably not have caused you to get a divorce. If you had known that one thing before you got married, what is that one thing? Stay tuned, my beautiful people. Stay tuned. Watch the whole video. I'm going to share with you the one thing I wish I knew before I got married. All right? And watch the whole video till the end where I share a bonus. I have a bonus one. Stay tuned. Beautiful people, hello my beautiful people, hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I am so thankful that you have chosen to join me today, okay, and watch this video. Hello to all of my subscribers. How you guys doing? To all of my supporters. So you see the title, but I'm gonna ask you guys to please, as you watch the video, give me a thumbs up, okay? Hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and please feel free to share with your friends, with your family, with your coworkers, and don't be afraid to comment. I would love to hear your thoughts, okay? And also make sure you follow me on social media. Follow me on Instagram and also follow me on TikTok under DunsBeautifulPeople. All right? Okay. Now that being said, let's get to the video. You see the title. I want to know, we are going to talk about the one thing we wish we knew before we got married. To all of my divorcees out there, to all of my beautiful people, you know, who were married before and who got a divorce, such as myself, all right, as you guys saw in my previous video. If you haven't seen my previous video, please go ahead and go and do so right now. I'm gonna put the link up here, and also it's in the description bar. And also this is how it looks like. Okay, this is the thumbnail for it. To all of you guys who you know by now, or if you don't know by now, I was married and I am divorced, but don't worry, it's all good because I'm in a very loving, happy relationship right now. So that being said, I want to know from you, what is the one thing you wish you knew before you got married? Okay, and if you are currently married and you are in a loving relationship, that is fabulous. I also want to hear from you too. What is the one thing you can teach people who are coming into, you know, the season of getting married? Or if you are a widow, you know, if you were married for 10, 20, 30, 40, even 50 years, what is the one lesson you can teach us, okay, so that we can improve and empower us to have better relationships? Now, I want to share my one thing with you, and you guys might be surprised or you may not be surprised. I'm not sure. But my one thing that I wish I knew before I got married was to be happy. Yes, my beautiful people, to be happy. Now, as I went on my spiritual journey and also my journey to level up myself, not only physically, but mentally, okay? So yeah, my level up, my level up journey, you know, where I read books, I did the work, I did tutor, you know, I had coaches, all right? I attended seminars, and I'm still learning. I'm continuously learning. But one thing I learned over the years after my marriage, okay, since my marriage, is to be happy. I wish I was a happier person, okay, before I got married. Now, that being said, if you guys haven't heard of Dennis Prager, okay, there's this author. He also has videos. Dennis Prager. He talks about why be happy. All right, check him out. I highly encourage you check out Dennis Prager, and he has, you know, videos, books. He talks about why be happy. Now, the reason why I wish I was more happy before I got married is because you might think that being happy, you know, you saying, hey, I want to be happy, I want to be joyful, you might think it's selfish. It might sound like what, like we are conditioned to think that when somebody said, I want to be happy, I want to be joyful, we are conditioned to think that it's all about that person, that person is being selfish. But I challenge us, that person is not being selfish at all. That person is actually looking out for you, looking out for your best interest. Okay, now I want to back up a little bit. I want to back up a little bit and be transparent with you. I got married when I was 32. Okay, I got married when I was 32. All right, and for all of my ladies out there right now who are 30 plus, you know that in society there is a big pressure. There's lots of pressure that's placed on a woman. If you are 30 plus and you're not married and you don't have a child, during the family dinner, during Christmas is right around the corner, and I'm pretty sure most of you will be spending time with your, you know, family at the Christmas dinner table. And Thanksgiving, we just celebrated Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving dinner, huh? Did they say to you, when are you gonna bring home Mr. Right? When are you gonna have a baby? So when I was, you know, when I turned 30, basically, that was huge around my family. They were like, oh, Dawn, they call me Dawn. For those of you, just wanted to let you know, so my nickname is Dawn, but I prefer to go by Dawn Stedler. So they'll be like, Dawn, now that, you know, you got your degrees, you have a master's degree, you also purchased your own condo, you know, you've basically done it all. So now where is the baby? We want the baby. And, you know, we want the husband. Where is he? And to be honest with you guys, a big part of me thinking about it back then, I fell for that pressure. Who else feels that way? Who else right now is 30 plus and are being pressured by their family members, by their loved ones to get married, are being pressured to have a baby? Now, thinking about it back then, my 32-year-old self, my 30-year-old self did not really want to get married. I did not. Because I remember when I was 28 years old, I went to Thailand, okay? I went on vacation to Thailand by myself. Actually, it was supposed to be me and my girlfriend, but once we got to Thailand, it's funny, not that I'm thinking about it, it's funny, but it's really kind of not, because it wasn't funny to me at that time. When we got to Thailand, her passport, okay, she did not have the proper papers, let's just say that. She could not enter into Thailand. So therefore, she had to come back to the US, and I went on the adventure. I went on I went on vacationing to Thailand by myself. Thank you, Jesus. It was through a touring company, which I strongly encourage my single people to go and visit other countries, go and visit other places. If you don't have a partner, join a touring group where you're going to be connected with other people so that you don't feel like you're all by yourself. Because that touring company, okay, they were waiting for me. It was a bus full of people. They were waiting for me, and they took us to different destinations throughout Thailand, and I was able to meet some amazing people, okay, through that trip. I had a blast. All right, so I'm saying this to say that when I was 28, when I was 29, when I was 30, when I was 32, if I had it my way, I would not have gotten married. I wanted to explore the world more, honestly. Okay? But because of society, because of my family, I felt like the proper thing to do, as a career woman at 30, at 32, was to get married and have a child. And that means, obviously, I wasn't happy. Do you follow, my beautiful people? Give me a thumbs up. Share, give me a comment. Do you follow? So I was not happy. When I got married, all right? When I got married, I was not a happy person. How could I be happy when I was doing something that my core, that my spirit, that my soul did not really want to do? You see what I mean? So my number one lesson I learned, okay, as I was married, or what I would have told my 32-year-old self, is you need to first be happy before you can be married to somebody else. And let me tell you something, okay? Follow me here. Do you guys ever work with a coworker who's miserable? Those of you who work in an office environment, when you interact with that person who's not happy, who's miserable, how does that impact you? How does that impact your own self? When you have a family member who's known to not be happy, and say it's gonna be a party, don't you, before you go into the party, don't you strategize, okay, I'm only going to spend about X amount of minutes with him, and then I need to find an exit strategy. You know what I'm saying? So just think about it. If you are attached to somebody who's not happy, that means you are supposed to make that person happy. And that is not fair. It's not fair. And so that's why I strongly encourage you, before you get married, make sure you are in a happy place. And also, more importantly, make sure you choose somebody who's not happy. Who is happy in their life. Because my ex, he wasn't happy either. Nuh-uh, he sure wasn't. He was not happy with his life situation. He was not a happy man, because he wasn't happy because he was not the man he wanted to be back then. He's all right. And I am not happy. I wasn't happy because I felt like I was playing a role that I did not want to play, that I did not want to be part of. You see what I mean, my beautiful? You see what I mean, my beautiful people? So this is why, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you will see that I often put motivational quotes out there. I often write stuff to bring you joy, to bring you happiness, to bring you peace, because these are very important, and that is so important to me. I cannot be connected with anybody who tries to make me unhappy, because if I am not happy, that means I am doing something that Jesus Christ did not ordain me to be. And Dennis Dennis Prager says that to be happy is your moral obligation. Yes, my beautiful people, being happy is our moral obligation. We are obligated as people who live in societies. We should be happy, because if you're not happy, that means you are making somebody else's life miserable. You are bringing misery into another person's life. Ask anybody who was raised in a household with a parent who was depressed all the time. Ask anybody who was raised in a household with a parent who was not happy. That kid grows up to probably need psychology help. They need a psychologist. That kid will not be able to flourish, will not be able to achieve his or her highest potential mentally because of that parent. Now tell me if it's not your duty as an individual to be happy. And that's why I tell my son all the time, I tell my son, look, mommy needs a break. Mommy is not happy. Mommy needs a break. I need to go on vacation. I need to go to do, some self-care, go get myself a massage. I need some mommy time. Okay? Because I want him to know and remember me as a beautiful, joyful, happy, full of life person. He cannot grow up to be a happy man. He cannot have a happy childhood if mommy don't have a happy life. You see what I'm saying, my beautiful people? So it is not you being selfish. It's not being selfish at all. If anything, it's an act of altruism. Yes, it's an act of altruism when you are happy. Because when you are happy, it's infectious. We all want to be around somebody who's happy. Even if there's sorrow in your life, even if something bad happened in your life, even though if currently you are facing something tragic, you can always choose to have a smile on your face. You can always choose to act happy. Okay? And eventually things will change. So my beautiful people, that's what I had to share with us today. My number one thing I wish I knew before I got married was that I needed to be happy, that my happiness belonged to me, that I am the only person who is responsible for my happiness, not my ex-husband, not my husband. Anybody who comes into my life needs to protect my happiness. Yes. Any men you see me connected with, any friends, okay? My very best friend, my very good friend, me and her, we always kiki kakai. We always laughing. We always making each other laugh. Like we literally there's not like a 5 minutes that goes on where we're not smiling or laughing about something. Okay? When we talk on the phone. And my significant other too, I tell him, babe, I am not happy. You need to I'm not happy. I need to go and do what I need to do. You need to encourage me to do what I need to do to keep me happy. Because if I'm happy, trust me, you're gonna be happy too. That's just how I run my life. And I encourage you all to run your life the same way too. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know one thing that you wish you knew before you got married. And if you've made it so far, if you are still watching the video, I want to share with you the bonus that I promised you. Okay, my bonus. The bonus that I have for you, my beautiful people, along with happiness, is being grateful, having gratitude, being thankful. If you are not grateful Okay? If you're not a person who is grateful for what you currently have, for where you currently are, you can never be happy. Gratefulness and happiness, they are twins. They come hand in hand. Anybody who is happy is also grateful. And anybody who's grateful is also happy. Too often, we are not happy because we are looking at our situation and we're not being thankful. We need to be thankful for what we currently have. Even the Bible, God says that. The Bible encourages us to give thanks. Give thanks to all of your blessings. Look around you. Look around you and be thankful for what you have. When you are thankful, okay, when you are grateful, you will be happy. All right? For example, look at a child. If a child is not grateful, if a child is a spoiled child, okay, if you spoil your kid is not grateful. So what does that mean? Is that child a happy child or a sad child? You get it. Sad. That's why we need to teach our children to be grateful. We need to be grateful for what we have. Look at what you have now. Try not to tell yourself, oh, I have a Mercedes, but I really wanted to get a Lamborghini. When I have a Lamborghini, then I'll be happy. Be grateful that you have that Mercedes, because somebody out there are driving the bus. Okay? Be grateful for the now. Don't say, oh, when my wife loses that extra 40 pounds, okay, then I'll treat her right. Until then, I'm just going to make fun of her. No. Be grateful you have somebody in your life who loves you. Love on her 40 pounds. Make her feel attractive. And then, who knows, she may want to lose that 40 pounds because she don't want to die of an early death from diabetes, from stroke, from high blood pressure, because she says, I don't want to die early because I have such a wonderful husband. So let me work on myself. Let me lose them weight for him because he's so wonderful to me. You didn't think about that, did you? So my beautiful people, this is what I have to share with you, okay? Be happy and be grateful. Before you decide to connect yourself with another person, before you decide to be married, ask yourself, am I currently happy? Am I currently grateful for the things I have in my life? And if you find yourself answering more no's, you might need to have a divorce lawyer on your contact list. Trust me, take it from me, been there, done that. Because you're gonna make your partner's life miserable. He's gonna make your life miserable. And it's just not a good household to raise kids, to have babies, to just be in, okay? And if you are currently married and you know you're not happy, take this time. I encourage you to work on yourself. Talk to your spouse. Talk to your significant other. Work together. See couples therapy. See individual therapy and couples therapy. And see if you guys can work things out. Improve yourself. Okay? Improve yourself. You improve yourself. He improves himself. The relationship will be golden. All right, my beautiful people? I really want us all to have loving, happy, joyful, God-fulfilled relationships. okay? Whether it's by yourself, and especially when you're connected to another being, all right? So please like this video, share it, and comment. I would love to hear from you, all right? As always, I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. See you in the next video. Dance, beautiful people.